We are talking about women. And that's all I talk about these days.
Women.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Real Talk. I hope you're having a wonderful week. And I just want to talk about something that happened over this weekend where Nike aired a new ad that kind of highlighted the ways that women are undermined, not just in sports, but in society in general. And Serena Williams, in her narration of the ad, shares a couple of the lies that women have been conditioned to believe about the power of women in the world, their influence, their stories, and really their place in general. And at the same time, on the other side of the world, Pope Francis, who was in Rome with hundreds of bishops talking about the church abuse scandal that has hit the church over the last few months, as they were working towards solutions. They highlighted the voice of women in that, and Pope Francis really spoke to the power of women's voices in this particular domain and in the church as a whole. And so Pope Francis highlighted just how crucial women are to the church. When following a woman's presentation, he said that inviting a woman to speak about the wounds of the church is to invite the church to speak about herself. Woman is the image of the church, that is woman, bride, and mother. And so by saying that, he really challenged everyone there, but by extension, the church as a whole, to integrate that image of woman into the way that we perceive the church herself. I think we can recognize that as a church, we know the truth and the beauty and the goodness of what it means to be men and women in the church, but also recognize our duty to proclaim that truth and live that truth boldly. And I think we do this first and foremost by clinging to Jesus, by staying close to him in prayer and getting to know him through the scripture, and just really getting to know the way that he sees women and how he honors women and how he approaches women. And I think a second thing that we have to do is listen to women, to really honor their stories and take them seriously. A third thing that we have to do is to oppose any system that stifles women and their contributions and their voices and their perspectives. When we do this, we are doing what Pope Francis has asked us to do, which is to integrate that image of the church as a woman, and really putting in the work to think to ourselves, like when we hear the word church, do we think of woman, bride, and mother, or do we just think of an organization run by men? The sooner that we can really embrace the truth about the church as a bride of Christ, then the closer we are to really living the reality of the gift that Jesus gives us, that he offers us salvation by laying down his life for his bride, the church, that in his sacrifice, he is making heaven available to us, and it is because of the love that he has for the church, his bride. If you have any other thoughts about what this should look like, any other comments about the power of women in the church and the way that Christ reveals himself to us by the laying down of his life for his bride, I'd love to hear them in the comments below. And don't forget to share, like, subscribe to this channel, and we'll see you next time on Real Talk. That was the whole thing. So see you next week. Yeah.